Hi, my name is Dave Levinsky, and I'm the president and co-founder of GrowThink. I'm really glad you took the time today to watch this video because I'm going to explain to you what you need to include in your business plan so that you're successful. Now, there are 10 key sections to a business plan. I'll walk through those one by one so you understand what those key ingredients are. The first section of the business plan is your executive summary. The executive summary is the most important part of your business plan because unfortunately most investors, lenders, or whoever is reading your plan, unfortunately a lot of times they never get past that first page. And so your executive summary has to be really compelling. The two key ingredients of your executive summary are as follows. One, you need to get them to understand what it is you do. It sounds simple enough, but most business plans, most executive summaries, the entrepreneur behind it just makes it very challenging to really just figure out what it is that the company does. So try to make it very succinct, to the point, allow the reader to quickly and easily grasp what it is you're doing. The second key element to the executive summary is to answer the question, why are you uniquely qualified to succeed? And what I like to do in my business plans is the beginning of the executive summary say, this is who we are and what we do. And then I have a section called success factors, and I write, we are uniquely qualified to succeed because, bullet, bullet, bullet. We have a great management team, our products are superior, we're hitting a customer need that no one else has, and just list why you're unique, why someone should care. And those are the key ingredients to a successful executive summary. Now the next section of your business plan is your company analysis section. Here's where you explain the history of the company, how you were, when you were formulated or launched, are you an S Corp, a C Corp, and some basic background about the company. You also want to talk about the company's past accomplishments, what you've achieved to date, if anything. And then finally, you want to lay out what the company's vision or mission statement is. The next section of your business plan is the industry analysis. In this section, it's mostly market research. What industry are you competing in? How large is that market? And what are the key trends affecting the market? Next section of your plan is your customer analysis section. And here's where you've got to be very specific regarding detailing what customers you're serving. And you want to be as very specific as possible. We are serving small businesses with 2 to 20 employees based in Midwestern cities. But obviously that may not be your business, but you want to try to get as focused as possible. And once you define that customer, you want to put a lot of data behind, a lot of demographic and or psychographic data behind that in terms of, okay, we're going after middle-aged women in Detroit, and latest U.S. Census says there are 452,000 women like that, and half of them live in this type of neighborhood. And you really want to get detailed regarding who your customers are, because knowing your customers is critical to your marketing plan and your success as an organization. Next section of your business plan is the competitive analysis section. Here's where you're going to detail who your direct and your indirect competitors are. You want to talk about their strengths and their weaknesses, and importantly, talk about your competitive advantages, why customers are going to choose you. Next section of your business plan is the marketing plan. Marketing plan is your traditional 4 Ps. Stands for product, which could be also service, product or service, price, place, and promotions. And place also stands for distribution. So with obviously your product and services, you're going to detail what they are, with your price, how much you charge, with your promotional mix, are you using direct mail, telemarketing, online marketing tactics, how PR, what marketing promotional tactics are you going to use to reach your customers. And finally, place refers to distribution. How do customers buy from you? If you are a retail location, it's pretty straightforward, but maybe you have distributors that are selling you product. You need to detail how customers can buy from you and get the products and services from you. Next section of your business plan is the operations plan. The operations plan talks about how you take that marketing plan and the rest of your business and turn it into reality, how you actually fulfill and execute on the business. So the operations plan, I like to separate it into 2 sections, short-term processes and long-term processes. Short-term processes are the day-to-day activities that your company must perform. So, for example, a restaurant, we have the wait staff and the chef and the maitre d' and the busboys and the dishwasher. Those are the short-term processes. You want to lay out what those short-term processes are, what the roles are that your company fulfills on a day-to-day basis. The second section are the long-term processes where you want to lay out the business milestones depending on where you're at right now. So if you're a straight startup company creating a new technology, you may say, okay, our next milestone is to develop the prototype. And then after we develop the prototype, We want to beta test it with customers, and then we want to modify and improve the prototype, and then we want to get real paying customers, and then we want to get these partnerships, and then we want to get to $1 million in revenue. So you want to lay out where your company is now and what those big milestones that your company needs to achieve en route to being a very, very successful company. Next section of your business plan is the management team. Who's on your team? What's your biography? What other bios are there of team members and also maybe advisors to your company as well? Or if you have a board of directors, you want to include the bios of those people as well. So the bios, you want to talk about the backgrounds of the key people in the organization, where they've been before your organization, what they've accomplished, and anything else about them, where they went to school, etc. Next section of your business plan is the financial plan. Financial plan has two components. There's the written component, and then there's the financial model component, typically done in Microsoft Excel or some sort of spreadsheet program. The financial plan, what you really want to go through here is, clearly, how do you make money? Talk through what your key assumptions are in terms of how you're going to grow the company, how quickly you're going to grow, what your sales are going to be, what your key expenses are going to be, and you want to really lay out next your projected income statement, where your company is now and where you expect to be in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 years. I like to project out 5 years. That's what most investors and lenders want, is 5 years. Also, forget lenders and investors sometimes. Think about what your company needs. You really want to think out 5 years where your company is going to go. And the financial plan is going to show you what your profit and loss is. It's also going to go through your balance sheet and cash flow statement so that if you need to raise capital, you understand precisely how much capital you need to raise so that you're fully funded and you can execute on your business. If you're looking for equity capital, your financial plan of your business plan needs to include your exit strategy, how you expect to cash out so that your investors make money. And finally, the last section of your business plan is your appendix. And in your appendix, I like to include the full financial model, all the financial projections out 5 years, and also quarterly for the first year. If you've done that, I also like to include any supporting documentation. If we have testimonials from customers, customer lists, a list of partners, any important patent or technical documentation, you put that in the appendix. And so what you really want to do size-wise or length-wise, your business plan really only want 15 to 20 pages. Now, you can add more in the appendix, but if the business plan is too long, it's a 50-page document, no one's going to want to read it, and no one's going to read it. So you want to keep it brief, because another key point is that if you're looking for capital, no one invests just on the business plan. They're going to look at the business plan, but at the end of the day, they're going to meet with you and invest in you. So you don't need to tell the entire story in the business plan. The business plan forces you to think through every element of your business, and it is a critical document, but the point is that it doesn't have to answer every single question that could possibly arise. That's not the goal of the business plan. It's to cover all the key questions, your key thought processes, and map out a business that's ultimately going to be very, very successful. I hope this was very helpful in allowing you to see what should be included in the business plan, and I wish you the best of luck in completing your business plan. As you're probably aware, GrowthInc offers a lot of assistance for companies developing their business plans.